Shalom, shalom. I want to start by giving our praises to the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakatash. My name is Brother Napak from the Camp Practice in Babylon here in Tempe, Florida. And I want to give double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. And I basically want to get into a short, quick lesson, on, discipline. Because with discipline, you got to really learn that when you come into this truth. When you get a hold of this gospel, one thing you must learn is discipline. All right, and it's going to take you far, far in this truth because you're going to understand what not to do and what to do. You're going to be able to make it into a habit, to be able to mortify, the things that your flesh do. Change around those things, man. The things that your flesh is comfortable with, you no longer make it comfortable with that, man. All right, to the point where you don't even think about it. That can be with anything, anything that is negative, that brings a negative cause to you. While you're in this truth, you must cut it off. And the scriptures tell us that, over and over again, you must be able to have discipline, to cut off the things that is not needed, but that only harms, your spirit, But quick to get the definition of discipline. It says the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior, using punishment to correct disobedience. All right. So, you basically, are setting rules, or even a type of code of behavior or standard for yourself to follow. All right. You must set yourself a set of rules and hold yourself up to a standard. And the scriptures give us that type of standard to hold ourselves up to, man. All right. And what we're trying to do we are trying to follow that standard. You're trying to follow that code of behavior, that those rules that the Lord or the scriptures, set before us to follow. But let's get straight into it, man. I'm not talking too much. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 27. It says, "But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection." All right. So we keep under our bodies and we bring it into subjection, man. Subjection unto the rules and the code of behavior you must follow through the scriptures, man. Once you came to this truth, you gotta understand you can't do certain things anymore. You can't go out partying. Brothers used to always go out partying. Brothers used to always go out clubbing and doing other shit. To go talk to females, rather to get drunk. You know what I'm saying? We gotta understand. We gotta have. You can't do those things no more, man. And the same thing with alcohol, man. It ain't nothing wrong with drinking, but you gotta have a temperance with it, man. And that's another standard you gotta set yourself up to. But if you can't have temperance with drinking, man, you shouldn't drink, man. All right. If you know you can't, handle your weight, don't do it, man. But what I'm saying, man, that goes with a lot of things, man. And you must mortify the deeds of your flesh, of the body, man. Bring your body under subjection unto the ways of these scriptures, man. All right. And you got to have the power to do that. Not many people are able to do it. Not many people are able to bring their body under subjection unto these scriptures, man. All right. That's why when a lot of people come to this truth and they see the things that they have to do, they easily start to fall out, man. All right, I say a dude come in this thing with dreads and we tell him, hey, you got to cut those off. He can't handle it no more. Or he found out he got to fast, not eat or drink for 24 hours, to be able to repent. or to repent, dude's probably not going to be able to handle that, man. And there's many different type of things, that you must do, you know what I'm saying, to change the way your body, or the way you live, man. Once you come into this truth, man, once you gain this gospel, there's going to be a change, man. Is either you allow to change, or you know what I'm saying, you let this thing go, man, and you be sifted out, and you don't want to be sifted out. You don't want to, let this gospel go, man. All right, because it's really the only thing we have to live for in this place, man. Only righteous thing you have to live for. Everything else is wickedness and death. All right, this truth is life, and we want to hold on to this life until, forever, man. Really, you want to hold on to this life forever. You don't want to lose it at all. But it says, 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 27, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be able to, bring our bodies into subjection, so as less by any means, when I preach unto others, I myself should be a castaway, man. All right. Let me see. This is what I need right here. Right here, Romans chapter 8 and verse 13 says, for if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. All right, so if we live after this flesh, if we, let this flesh do what it wants, just give up to the flesh, we're gonna, you're gonna die, man, spiritually and ultimately physically, man. All right, because if we allow the flesh to do whatever it wants, man, it's going to be all doing everything that's contradicting, the spirit. See, the spirit wants to follow the scriptures. The spirit wants to live, the life guide of the scriptures, man. But the flesh, man, the flesh, it wants to do everything opposite of what the spirit wants, man. And we can't let the spirit or the flesh take over. It's a constant battle between the flesh and the spirit. But at the end of the day, man, you always want the spirit to win. Because if you give up to, we're in these fleshly bodies, you know what I'm saying? You're going to give up to it every now and then, or, a lot. But you got to understand, man, you can't keep, letting the flesh get what it wants, man. And that's what discipline is, man. You can't keep letting the flesh get what it wants. You got to be able to say no. You got to be able to say, nah, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Don't let your flesh rule you, man. It says, but if ye through the spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. So, if, we through the spirit, man, do mortify the deeds of the body, man. All right? Because the spirit is going to, give us the right ways, to mortify the deeds of this body. Give us the right ways to live. You know what I'm saying? It says, ye shall live. All right. We're gonna, take hold of this life. Take hold of life, man. And we're gonna live, man. All right. Now, the goal is to not be comfortable in this place, man. So when you're feeling uncomfortable, would not be able to go out, would not be able to drink a lot, would not be able to, do the things that you used to do, back in the world. When you feel uncomfortable, man, that's good. You got to stay uncomfortable, man, because at the end of the day, we're trying to get out of this place. We're no longer trying to stay in this place. All right. So we got to keep changing around the ways that we live, the ways, the things that we do, the things that we seek pleasure in. We no longer seek pleasure in those things no more, man. All right. But we seek pleasure in the spirit and this truth and righteousness, man. Let's get that real quick. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 19 and verse 5. It says, whosoever taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned. All right, so whosoever taketh that pleasure in wickedness, you're going to be condemned, man. All right. Really, really going to be condemned by the Lord, man. All right. The Lord's going to disapprove of those actions, man. All right, because you take pleasure in those actions, those wicked actions, and the Lord, doesn't, like that, man. All right, it says, but he that resisteth pleasures crowneth his life. So if you resist those pleasures, man, you crowneth your life, man. All right, to be able to resist the pleasures that you used to, have pleasure in. You resist those things, man. That's a real accomplishment, man. Give yourself a pat on the back, man. Because not many people can do that. People, especially if they're not in this truth, man, they instantly give up to those things. Oh, I want to go smoke. Let's go smoke. Oh, I want to go, go on the internet. Let's go on the internet. Oh, I want to go out and commit adultery. Let's go out and commit adultery. All these different things, Jake in the world, they do, and they do it willingly, man. All right. You know what I'm saying? But we know not to do it, man. Especially committing adultery. We don't even try to touch on that, man. All right. But, yeah, man, we resisted those pleasures when you come to this truth, man. All right. But, let's see. Kind of lesson on that. I just want to get that real quick. I hope it's edifying to the hopeful elect. So I'm going to give our praises to the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. The bond elders and apostles, great millstone, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.